Yo, what up guys? YuGiOh here, and I'm here to bring you guys the latest structure deck to come out, and that is the Shaddoll Structure Deck. So, you may be wondering, how good is the structure deck? And I'm going to tell you, it is amazing. Like, there's, a couple of good structure decks out of all of them. It's like Soul Burner, Zombie Horde, and, Shaddoll Showdown is definitely up there in terms of how good it is. And even if you do not play Shaddolls, I still think that is honestly still worth getting for the 3 structure decks that you usually do. So I mean, let's just get right into this, and you will be able to find out why I think this way about the Shaddoll structure deck. And on that note, make sure you guys are subscribed. Just if you want to support the channel, and if you want to see cool content, I'm trying to get some more budget builds in. I know that hero deck was pretty expensive, the upgraded version, but of course this Shaddoll Showdown structure deck is actually pretty budget for the cards that you need, and you just need to add a couple stuff to it. Get this out of the way. So we have our structure deck there, and of course with every structure deck we get a mat to go with it. Awesome. You know what? I'll just have that on display here. Show you guys really what it's all about. That's great. Alright, so we're here. I got it open. These are usually kind of like annoying to get open if they don't have the flaps on with the plastic wrap. But I mean, let's just get right into this. Let's get this Duel Links card out of the way. Oh, here we go. El Shaddoll Grisha. So we have our nice ultra rare version here. I'm not sure if you guys know how to play Shaddolls or not, but they really consist of a lot of fusing. As you can see here, one Shaddoll monster, one fire monster. So you're going to be using a lot of Shaddoll fusion, El Shaddoll fusion, and of course Super Poly is a very good card. So what Grisha does is, has to be fusion summon, which is fine. But when your opponent would special summon a monster, well, you have a Shaddoll card in your hand. Quick effect, you can negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. Then send one Shaddoll card from your hand to the graveyard. So this is pretty good. And the Shaddoll cards, the monsters do have effects when they are sent to the graveyard. So that is also something to look out for. You'll be seeing a lot of that. So that's our first foil. So that's another thing about this. There's going to be quite a bit of foils to look out for. Grisha is one of them. We have our next one, Apicalone. This one's very good. So very easy fusion requirement. 2 Shaddoll monsters with different attributes, not bad. It cannot be destroyed by a battle, which might come up at some point. But real effects here. Here we go. If this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up card on the field and negate its effects. So it's not too bad going second. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Shaddoll card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then discard one. So pretty much, you can just take any Shaddoll card to your hand and then discard it to get that sent to the graveyard effect. So that is very nice in ultra rare too. Don't forget that. Great. One of the new ones that we're going to be looking out for. Then we have a reprint of a old card, that is El Shaddoll Construct. So I won't go too much into this because this card has been out for quite a while. But let's just say you're going to be going into this card a ton as Shaddoll, and it pretty much just you're just going to get tons of cards and just start plussing off of this card. Definitely want to go 3-0 for that. And then we have one of the new monsters here. I'm not sure how to say that. Quad Shaddoll Chaos? Not too sure. But the effect is alright. So all the Shaddoll monsters do have flip effects. That's something to look out for. They don't come up crazy often. But they do have some pretty good effects. You're not going to be doing like turn 1, set 1, pass. You're going to be doing something like that. It's going to be kind of like a supplementary effect on top of what you can already do with the Shaddolls. So the flip effect is you can special summon one Shaddoll monster from your hand in face up or face down defense position. So that's already pretty good, honestly. He looks really cool too, actually. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can send one Shaddoll monster from your hand to the graveyard. So it's an enabler to get more effects. Also, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, all monsters you control gain attack/defense equal to the original level of that monster sent to the graveyard times 100. You can only use each effect once and only once, so hard once per turn. But the important part is to note is that he is a light monster. And you know what monster needs light monster? El Shaddoll Construct. So that's why you're going to be playing this card for any reason. It's going to be for that. And you're just going to be getting tons of value from these cards. Next we have our Shaddoll Wendy. Very nice. So of course a very good flip effect, special summoning a Shaddoll from the deck, face up or face down. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon one Shaddoll monster from your deck in face down defense position. So I mean, and this is a wind, so kind of helps getting this effect of two different attributes. There is the other Shaddoll fusion that needs a wind monster, but this is very good even if you do not use it for that one specifically. Then we have a different attribute Shaddoll monster here. We have Nail Shaddoll Ariel. So flip, you can target one your banished Shaddoll monster, special summon it in face up or face down defense position. Alright, not too bad, but and its graveyard effect, when it's sent there, target up to 3 cards in the graveyard and banish them. So this one's kind of a weird card to play with. The big note is that it's a water Shaddoll. So I mean, I'm not too sure where this one's gonna go with that, but I mean, definitely you can make use of that. And here's the new trap card. Actually, this one seems pretty good to me. So let me just read its effects. So target one Shaddoll monster in your graveyard, special summon it in face up or face down defense position. You can banish this card and one Shaddoll card from your graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Change one face down monster you control to face up, or vice versa, face up to face down. So I mean, this is pretty nice. Kind of allows you to play on your opponent's turn in a way, just getting more face down cards, I guess you could say. Gets that banish for this card's special summon effect to get through, so that's a little bit of synergy there. But you know, trap card, you know what it is with trap cards. It's just the way it is. Then we have our Winda. Very nice. This card is pretty annoying. Not as annoying as it was back then. It's easier to handle this now, but so one Shaddoll and one dark monster, very, very easy. Must first be special or fusion summoned, and cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. It makes each player can only special summon monsters once per turn, while this card is face up on the field. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Shaddoll spell trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So all the Shaddolls have, or all the ones except for this one, have the effect where if it's sent to the grave, you get to add a Shaddoll spell trap to your hand, from the graveyard to your hand. But this one is a very good card. So this one, of course, synergizes with Wendy. It's Winda for you. Alright, we're back. So as you may have noticed, we have quite a bit of foil cards. I mean, 8? That's already higher than the average that we usually would get. So you may be wondering, that's probably it, right? Well, actually there's more, which is crazy. But we have El Shaddoll Shekhinaga, or however you say that. But of course, a different attribute plus a Shaddoll monster. So we got Earth this time. So that's kind of the theme that El Shaddoll, or the Shaddoll's monsters have, which is very good. This one has to be fusion summoned, and when a special summoned monster activates its effect while you have a Shaddoll card in your hand, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. Then send one Shaddoll card from your hand to the graveyard. So really just letting you play on your opponent's turn, getting those free sent to the grave effects, and also being able to, you know, negate something. Very, very good. Awesome. So, and then we have actually one more foil card in here, and that's Shaddoll Fusion. So this is pretty much, you know, your specific Shaddoll Fusion card. It's not the only one, but this one got the super rare treatment. So it's just, you know, fusion summon from your extra deck using hand or field as materials. It also has the effect of, if your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can also use monsters in your deck as fusion materials. So that's, honestly, that helps the deck a lot for going second. I mean, that's already like really good. And you have quite a bit more cards to help you for going second, of course. Then we have the original, you know, regular Shaddoll cards. So, like I said, they all have good not discard effects, but sent to the grave effects. Also triggered from, you know, discarding, because it's the same thing. But they also have flip effects too, but very good. You're going to be running at least some of all of these. I'm not too sure about Hound, but like Beast is good, Dragon's good, Squamata is good, Hedgehog, Falco, yeah, they're all good. You won't be playing these pendulums too much, but you know, I guess they're there if you feel like you want to try that. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy in the beginning, another reprint. This card is always going to have some kind of value, so definitely pretty good. Lava Golem's actually pretty nice for if you can't afford that Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode, or if you just don't want to use Kaiju and you don't need to normal summon, then Lava Golem definitely can get stuff going for you. I mean, these cards are already good. These are just good generic cards. Dark Arm Dragon, another reprint, very nice. Performage Trick Clown, you're probably going to be using this actually. This one has a very nice special summoning effect where you can get Armageddon Knight, of course. If you got stuff that, you know, has effects when it's sent to the grave, then by all means Armageddon Knight can fulfill that. Fellas also Mathematician. Not sure why this guy is here. I guess it's just to fill up the deck, you know. Curse of the Shower Prism. El Shaddoll Fusion is the other Shaddoll Fusion card that you're going to want to use. It's definitely very nice. You get to, it's I mean, it's just another Shaddoll Fusion card, but this one is a quickie. So, I mean, putting out random damage out of nowhere or playing on your opponent's turn is definitely, you know, something you can do in that Shaddoll Fusion. And here we go. The big reason why I feel like, you know, any player should get this structure deck, and that's the reprints are insane. Like, look at this. Super Poly, boom. Instant Fusion, boom. Lure of Darkness, boom. Foolish, that's, where's the other one? Pot of Avarice, boom, another one. Twin Twisters, boom. Like, look at that. Out of, let me get these out. Out of all those spells, what, there's like 8, 9 spells? You have 6 of them that are like crazy good in like any deck about, and have been rising in price, and this one will help all you budget players or just returning players get your cards that you need for getting back into the game. So Super Poly, of course, you know, who needs an introduction to that? I definitely ran out of sleeves here, but you know, we just use these other ones I have, these red ones. So Allure, you can't go wrong with Allure. Like, come on. Allure is just, Allure rises in price so often. It's, the common is like 3. So the Shaddoll Structure Deck is probably going to hover around 2 or 3. Definitely get your copies of Allure. If you don't want to buy the Structure Deck, go ahead and just, you know, get those singles. Honestly, this is probably the best time to go for them. Pot of Avarice just came back, so you might want to, you know, use that for some decks, but who knows. Twin Twisters, also a great removal card. I mean, just these cards, like, I can't stress this enough how good this is for everyone. So, you know what, we're not even done yet either. But Living Fossil, of course, another reprint. Shaddoll Core, your Shaddoll traps. And then we also have a Lost Win. So really, this is another really good card. It was printed in Dual Devastator. Yeah, that's what it was. Along with Super Poly, but really, like, with this package, with this kind of structure deck, like, getting 3 of these, you have a whole working side deck, main deck, and just tons of good, like, meta-relevant cards. And then, once Master Wheel 5 hits, whew, Shaddolls are just gonna be set free, and they're gonna be able to do so much. I'm sure other decks are gonna be able to do the same thing, but really, like, this structure deck holds so much value. Like, you guys need to get this, or get those singles as soon as you can. You're not going to regret getting all these cards for sure. And even then, you can make the Shaddolls even better by just adding, what, like $5? Getting those Super Poly targets and those Instant Fusion targets. Like, that's literally all you need to do. This is, like, crazy. Like, I don't know what else I need to say about this. Oh, then we have our last 3 extra deck Shaddolls. We have our Wendigo, and Nauya Tillis So the wind and also the water. And then we have a Shaddoll construct. You might not be playing these, but they are nice to have because they are also super poly targets and just do a lot. Just filling up that. If you don't have, if you have a lot of room, is what I meant to say. If you have a lot of room in your extra deck, then just add them, and you guys might have a use for them in some of your games. But like, yeah, just look at that. This is beautiful. Hollows on hollows. You're getting like so much value here. I don't know. This is crazy. Amazing. So that's gonna be it, guys. So if you guys like the video, make sure you leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you like what you saw. And you know what? Get this structure deck before they run out, because this structure deck will run out for sure. Get your 3, or maybe get your 1 and then buy the singles. I don't know. Do whatever you guys feel like is right, or for the best price. Best value. That's all what it really comes down to, is what you guys can get with the value. But like I said, subscribe. Comment down below too on what you guys think of the structure deck. And until then, I'll see you guys later.